Hola, Marilena Gritani here. I am the host of the Legal Drug Dealer podcast, and today I want to talk to you about those details that are not that well specified in the regular media when they're talking about the coronavirus. So, my intention with this is to educate the community, and you in this case, to help you understand how to prevent the spreading of it and how to take care of yourself and, of course, those loved ones. Okay, so I'm going to start talking about specifically about what droplets are. Droplets are very tiny, teeny drops of saliva that come out of your mouth or your nose when you cough or you sneeze, but also they come out of your mouth when you talk. Have you been talking to somebody before and you're like, hey, it's raining, don't spit on me? That happens all the time. So the problem is when this person has the virus, the likelihood that that droplet that landed on you has the virus is really big. So, when we are talking about the spreading of the virus with droplets and people that are not mindful or conscious about it, this is what happened. People sneezes, and the sneeze is like an explosion of droplets all over, or people cough, which is the same thing, an effort to get air out of your lungs that most likely is going to carry the virus. When you do that, it's an explosion of those droplets that are going to reach a certain distance. And that's what they talk about 1 meter or 3 to 6 feet. You need to be distant from people at least that distance so you don't get the droplets on you. So I'm going to simulate what sneeze or cough would be with this spray of water. And hopefully you will be able to see the droplets. So here. Did you see that? I got all wet. So that is how the droplets get out of you. It's like a spray. If you notice, the water, because of gravity and their weight, they went down. And now they're all over my computer surface and my desk. So my hand is now wet. I have the droplets in my hand. So, do you see it right there? I have a drop right there. So, what is the problem? That these droplets most likely will have the virus whenever somebody coughs or sneezes if they carry the virus. So, what happened? Is virus going to be floating in the air? No, that's not the way that it happens because gravity and the weight of the saliva are going to take those droplets to surfaces, whether it's a computer, a table, or the floor. So the risk is when you touch those surfaces that have all the viruses and the droplets that have landed on it. So when you touch them, you get it in your hand. And that is the problem. Now, whatever you touch here and then you go touch over there, you transfer the virus from here to wherever you go. Let's say that you went to the bank and you filled up an application and you were waiting and you put your hand in the counter. You got the virus here, and then you grab the pen and you sign, and the virus is now in the pen as well. And then you went to your car and you start driving, and then your hands are in the steering wheel, and there are the viruses. So that's how it spreads. And then whoever, your husband, your wife, drives the car, or your son or your daughter, and then they get it in their hands. So that's how it spreads. We humans are not mindful of that. We don't take that much care about having our hands clean, not touching, and we're not thinking because we can't see them that virus and bacteria could spread that way. So we need to be more mindful of it. The recommendations are don't touch as much as you can, but it's going to happen. And because of that, what they're saying is don't touch your face. Why your face? Because in your face you have your mouth, which is where the virus can enter. Don't touch your nose. Don't put your fingers in your nose because same thing, the virus can enter there. Or your eyes. Those that wear contacts like me, we touch our eyes all the time, and the virus might be in your finger. And then when you touch your eye, it goes inside, and then it starts swimming and gets all the way inside, and then you get contaminated. So important, please avoid as much as you can touching surfaces. And if you did, because most likely you will, don't touch your face. Get your hands out of your face. That is the main recommendation that we have. And then whenever you get home or whenever you can do it, go wash your hands. So for the next week, so did you see that I spit? That's what happens. And if I had the virus, there you have it in my computer screen because you're really far away from me. So no worries. I didn't mean to spit, by the way. It just happens to all of us. So that's why we need to be mindful. So the next video that I'm going to record is going to be of what is the technique and what you need to be mindful when you wash your hands, because that is another very important part of preventing the spreading of this virus. I hope that this information was helpful for you, that you understood a little bit what droplets are, how they land everywhere, and how we can get them in our hands, and why it's so important that we don't touch our face and get the virus inside of us. Again, this is Marilena Gritani. I am a clinical pharmacist and I am the host of the Legal Drug Dealer podcast. If you want to find more information about my podcast and videos and podcast episodes about the coronavirus specifically, go to thelegaldrugdealer.com or find me in any of the platforms that you like to listen to your podcast. Type the Legal Drug Dealer podcast and you will find me there. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.